Female boxing is terrific. It's really one of my pets, and we've been involved with it since the very beginning. We actually had women training here before female boxing was allowed in the amateurs in New York, and when it was approved in New York, it was approved nationwide. However, I guess that's probably 15, 16, 17 years ago. Female boxing has always been permitted with the pros. So we always had one or two professional fighters in here. And we were always having women in the gym, mainly because of the photo shoots and the mass media appeal that we have. So women were always in saying, can we train there, can we train there? I had a partner at the time, and he was opposed to female boxing. He was a much older fellow than I was. And it took a lot of convincing on my part to get him to agree to it. And really, the way I did, we were walking to the bank one day and we were making a deposit. And I said, you know, Ira, that when we deposit the money, they don't ask, does this come from women or from men? They just take our money, and we should do the same thing. There's a heck of a lot of women out there. They're more than half the population. So we tried it as an experiment in my gym when we were in New York. We closed the gym early, 3 days a week, and allowed women to come in to use the facility. And I had to do that because we only had one bathroom and one shower area. So we closed it 3 nights a week. We let the women come in. It was very successful right away. And a few years later, we moved over to our current location here in Dumbo. And with that, we opened up a huge area. We have showers and lockers and a spot for the women. And today I have over 300 women that train here. So I would say probably percentage-wise, they're the fastest growing group that I have. And any time there's a movie, if it's a $1 Million Baby or anything else that has to do with women's boxing, we get a big influx at that time. So it's been a steady increase, and on all of our amateur shows, we obviously allow women to participate. But on the one that's coming up, we're going to have a female clinic. It'll be a 3-day clinic, and we'll conclude it on that Saturday evening with an all-female boxing card. It'll be the first all-female boxing card that I've done. They've been done elsewhere successfully, and I just think that it'll be a lot of fun to do it. I'm having the all-female clinic as a result of a few women suggesting that to me, and I thought it was a great idea. I've had things where we've just had all masters boxers or all one type or another, and this will be the first time that we make it all female. And it's all ages. I have some teenage girls coming, and I have some older women coming. I already have 11 people booked in from Austria, and I have 5 booked in from London, and I imagine that we'll get a nice variety of people from all over. The first 2 days, we're going to have some very good trainers that'll work with the women, and I'm going to have quite a few female trainers working with the women as well. And we're going to just teach the basics. It depends on the ability level of the individual that we're training as to how far we'll go or how far down we have to go. But when we conclude on with the show Saturday, anybody, as long as they have their amateur boxing license, they can compete, because it will be a sanctioned amateur show. It will go into their book. It will be recorded. And boxing, particularly here in the United States, is 15, 16 years old. And if you're a 20-year-old, you think, boy, that's a heck of a long time. But it really isn't. I mean, men's boxing has been going on for thousands of years, and formally for hundreds of years. And women's boxing is 15 years old, so it's still a baby compared to men's boxing. It doesn't mean that it's right that the women don't get parity with the men. However, you know, that's life, okay? And it's life here in the United States. Women don't get parity in anything that they do. There are very few CEOs and executives that are women. There are very few people that get parity with pay if they're doing equal jobs. So it's something that we have to continue working at. And I think with the better quality fighters coming along, and the Olympics will again increase the quality of boxers, we'll see more parity. I think one of the reasons that many of the major promoters haven't put women on it is because they don't see the economic success. You know, they don't think, and I think they're wrong, but they don't think they're going to get the same economic appeal by having women on the cards as they do the men. So a lot of people don't put women on the cards, particularly in the main events. Now Alicia Ashley, about a month or so ago, fought the first female main event in New York, and it was a sellout crowd. It was a great fight. She's a great fighter, and she's a good performer, and people like to watch her. So she sold out the event here in Brooklyn at the Masonic Temple. I think we'll see more and more of that. So get back to the question of how will the Olympics and the weight classes this time affect boxing. I think it'll be very positive.